Still shaving, guys. You can see that. Oh, let me put it on the blade. Still shaving. Hi guys, it's Mike Denny with Appalachian Fieldcraft. I'm here today to talk about WC knives and my involvement in that group. I started out with Williams Master Woodsman. I guess it would be about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I was fortunate enough to pick up one of his knives off of a knife sale that he was doing on YouTube and absolutely loved it. I thought it was going to be the last knife I ever bought, but William being William decided to come out with the WCSK, and when I called him and asked him about that knife, he told me it would do everything the Master Woodsman would do plus. So I bought it, and it has been my absolute companion ever since then. This is number 15. I got it with the Ambassador's run, which was really cool to get it early, but I've done just about everything you can think of to do with a survival knife with this knife. I've put it through every type of wood, some metals, dug clay out of the ground with it, dug sassafras roots out of the ground with it, carved, shaved, made fires. I mean, the gambit with this knife. So the design is absolutely solid. Somebody said here recently that the knife costs of the carver, which I agree with that to an extent. You know, you got to have you got to have the skills to be able to use the tool in your hand. But I don't think that there's anything wrong with improving on that tool for the user with the skills to make life just a little bit easier on them. And I think that's what this knife does. Like I say, this is the 01 version, and this is a phenomenal knife. Now, I've been fortunate enough to be asked to test out the new AEB-L steel that he is going to start making this knife in after we've done rigorous testing on it. And after running it for about a week and a half now, I can honestly say that I would trade my 01 for this AEB-L. It's the same cost. It doesn't get a patina on it, which is not my favorite thing about it, but I'll take it for the benefits that come along with the rest of it. It just cuts better, and I really haven't, doing regular, woodsy tasks and stuff like that, I haven't really found a way to dull the thing. I mean, it batoned with it, chopped with it, carved with it, all kinds of stuff, and it still shaves hair. I mean, it probably will still shave. Yeah, we're getting some hair off of there. Still shaves hair right now, and it's cost effective. It's the same cost as the 01. And this is being passed around between William, obviously, myself, Dan Lutz from AB Normal Outdoors, Blackie Thomas from Black Shaman's Forge. I think it's just Blackie Thomas now, but on his channel. Michael Elia and Pano, I don't want to butcher his last name, but that's Northern Woodsman's Elite. And Mike Elia is Michigan Woodsman, so you can check out some of their videos on this knife as well. But I mean, it's just, the steel is just phenomenal, guys, and it's not like it wouldn't be a regular AEBL. We like to call it WC AEBL because I don't know exactly what William's doing to it. I think it has something to do with the heat treat, but it is just different. It doesn't, I've seen him beat the heck out of an elk horn with the blade of this thing, and it didn't have any shiny spots or chips or anything. It's a stout blade, and it comes right back just like 01 tool steel. It's not like a regular stainless to where you have to sit there and just sharpen. I don't like to spend a whole heck of a lot of time on sharpening if I don't have to. I prefer Williams rough edge methods for the most part. But this thing is just awesome. And, anytime that he's come out with something new, I always know it's going to be good. This happens to be the first one that I've gotten to have a hand in helping test, because I'm part of the ambassador circle, the Wewoodsmen, as we like to call ourselves, because we're all about we, not me, me, me. But anytime he comes out with anything, I just know it's going to be good. I have a lot of trust in him as a knife maker. I know he's not just blowing smoke. Some guys will just put something on a shelf and try to get it to you. They're just trying to sell more knives, and obviously he is trying to sell knives. That's his business. He's a knife maker. But I don't think there's anybody else out there that's doing it the way that he's doing it. He's constantly seeking to improve the design and make a better knife. We've got designs out here that everybody else is making that have been around, for what, 100, 200, 300, however many years since, woods knives have been going. And made that comment to somebody a while back, and he said, well, that's because they work. And yeah, he's absolutely right. They do work. But what's wrong with working better? I think William did a video on that a while back called The Audacity of Improvement. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I prefer that. I mean, survival is hard enough. Why not get yourself an edge, to help you along with all of this? And this is really, the group that he's assembled, I'm the relative young buck in it, is just an absolute phenomenal group of guys. You got Dan Lutz with all of his trapping experience, hunting experience, knowledge of stills, and just a real go-getter of a guy. Blackie Thomas, just watch his channel. The guy knows a little bit about everything, or a lot, or however you want to put it. I like to tell people he's got at least an hour on just about any subject you want to give him. Pano, the dude's a machine. He has made video after video after video testing Williams knives. If you want to go over there and check out Northern Woodsmen, I highly advise that, especially if you're wanting to get a good idea of what's going on with the different stills and the different designs that William has released, because Pano has just been doing it big as far as that goes. And after I get done with this, it's going to be going to Michael Elliott up in Michigan. He's a hunter, woodsman type guy, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does with this knife. I didn't really want to do any tests in this video per se, because like I say, I don't know how to transfer over that it cuts better. You would have to kind of feel it in your hand. And keep an eye out for, when William's going to different shows, or when he's accompanying Stitch Gear Outfitters, they do some events together and that, and they've usually got some knives with them. And me and Blackie Thomas were down at the Georgia Bushcraft Fall Gathering here recently, and we gave some people the opportunity to try out some of his different models. So, if you're ever in an event that I'm at, I've got a Master Woodsman and a WCSK. If you want to check that out, feel free to come approach me, and I'll be more than happy to let you play with it. But all these designs and stuff that he puts out get put through testing. It really is the upper echelon of quality control. He wants to make sure it is absolutely perfect before he releases it to the public. And I can't tell you guys how honored I am to be a part of this group. I really do consider myself fortunate. They're a great group of guys, and William has a great company behind all this. Randy has a great company behind all this as far as Stitch Gear Outfitters. He's doing William Sheaths now, and everything I have ever gotten from him has just been absolutely bomb-proof. So, I would highly advise anybody. I've been through quite a few different knife companies, and William has ruined me. I don't even really look at anything else anymore. If it's not got a WC stamp on it, I don't really care too much about it, to be absolutely honest with you. It's just, I don't know. I love the way that he designs. I love the way that he thinks. I love his hunger for constant improvement in his designs and stills and how he does things. So it's just been a real pleasure. But that's my take on this, and I really do appreciate you guys' time and checking out this video, and get yourself a WC knife. Thanks, guys.